filling in. There's some sort of creamy chicken with some sauce or like a Florentine, a spinach. You know, you can put some vegetarian style stuff with some vegetables if it's summertime and want to really legalize like vegetables that are available. Right? That's always really nice too. You know, so they're not just a sweet application. They're very much a savory one as well. Make some sort of a really nice bechamel sauce to put on there. You know, makes a nice brunch. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that. See, now as your pan is getting seasoned, right, it's getting a little hotter. Plus, you know, you're starting to season it up a little bit. You can see that difference in that color on the inside. Right, so a little less on the thyme. Just kind of go a little up and down on your flame and adjust as you go along the way. Right, the coloring on this side is good. Right, but just kind of watch like it's going to take a little less time. Right, but then turn your heat down, let your pan cool up a little bit. You want to find that balance where it's not super hot because you don't want it to burn and get too much color before it's cooking. Right, so actually I might even feel still a little bit on the thick side, so I might even go a little bit thinner on that scoop. I might even go more like 2/3 instead of 3/4. So more like maybe an ounce and a half. So we'll see what that looks like. But you guys can go ahead. I'm just gonna make one more. So if anybody wants this pan, then you guys can jump over on the stoves and start making your crepes. And we'll put it all together.
We can go in the other kitchen too, right?
Yeah, you can go in the other kitchen as well. So if you guys feel pretty good about it, you're welcome to go in the other kitchen. We can have some people come over here. We can get 2 more people over here. You ever see like, if you ever go to like a crepe place that they have nearby, or where's that one that's in, she's at downtown, I want to say, Elmhurst, downtown Elmhurst, right? There's a crepe shop over there off of like York Road, a creperie or something like that. But they use the actual traditional French one where it's a cast iron, right? But it comes up and it's a big circle and it's huge. And they use like a wooden tea dowel. So they'll pour that batter on and they come through with like, the tea dowel to turn it that way. Right?
It looks like an induction.
Yeah, but it's just flat, right? And it gets really hot, and that top is actually cast iron. One time with the food truck there in Missouri, I saw a booth that was actually doing it, and they had an even bigger one. They were doing like giant crepes. It was like insane.
Have you ever had an ice cream crepe?
No.